Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90 Day Diaries Season 6, Episode 8 Recap. Sophie considers dating women after Rob split and more. 90 Day Diaries brings fans into the everyday lives of their favorite alums, and Episode 8 brought a mix of heartwarming moments, fresh starts, and the potential for heartbreak. During Episode 8, fans tuned back in with one of 90 Day Fiance's most beloved couples, David Toborowski and Annie Toborowski, née Suan, as they continued to document their fertility journey after starting IVF earlier in the season. This time around, the couple had an exciting update. Annie was 6 weeks pregnant, and David was happily making chili dogs for his always hungry wife. My mom talking to her, Medium said that my father wanted to come back as a grandchild. My dad used to love chili dogs, David told the cameras. And so every time that Annie said she's craving a chili dog always reminds me of my dad. After their first ultrasound appointment, David revealed that he and Annie had decided to apply for her mother's green card so she could come to the U.S. to help with the baby. Unfortunately, David had disappointing news for Annie. The process would take longer than expected, and her mother wouldn't be in the U.S. in time for the baby's arrival. "We absolutely need help, and if we cannot get my mom here on time to help with the baby, we might need to look at another option," Annie nervously told the camera. Annie, however, came up with another idea and asked David to consider moving back to Thailand. Although he was hesitant due to his work in the U.S., he agreed to consider the proposal. After things ended between me and Rob moved back to LA pretty quickly to, live with 3 roommates in his basement, the influencer said in a solo confessional. "But I decided to stay in Austin, and I recently moved into my place and just signed a lease in my cute apartment." Later, Sophie met up with her friend Kat for some girl talk, during which Kay asked if she had started dating following her divorce. "I've just been, reflecting and healing from it, because I can't jump out of a marriage to relationship, because I'm just going to bring in the same problem into the new one and the same issue," the UK native replied. "I think now I'm at a point where I do think I'm in a headspace where I can date." Sophie did mention that she was open to dating women, telling her friends later at a nightclub, "I'm open to anyone that is healthy for me and makes me happy." Brian Muniz shared a life update and revealed what happened after his romance ended with Ingrid Resend on 90 Day Fiance, before the 90 days. "I felt deflated, my confidence was shaken, and I wasn't sure if I'd ever find love," he told the cameras, before revealing he had exciting news to share with his mother, Linda, daughter Brianna, and granddaughter Emily. Brian explained that he would soon be traveling to Colombia in a week to meet Natty, a 33-year-old single mom. Brian's family instantly had hesitations, warning him to not get married, as he'd already been engaged 7 times in the past. 1 week later, Brian had booked a one-way ticket to Colombia with hopes to stay in the South American country as long as he could. Although Brian and Natty shared a warm reunion at the airport, he immediately wanted her to introduce him to her family. She was hesitant, and Brian saw this as a red flag. "It feels a little convenient that her family's not available to me, that I don't like it. I feel like she's hiding me. She's embarrassed of me," he said in a solo confessional. After a successful first night, Brian wanted to have a serious conversation surrounding a label on their relationship. Nettie said she considered herself his girlfriend but added, "But I don't want to only label, if only words, but no real meaning." A title card at the end of the segment revealed that Brian kept his promise to his mom by not proposing, but Brian and Natty were still going strong in their relationship. Luke Berry and Madeline Perez returned after sharing their love story on 90 Day Fiance. Love in Paradise. When fans last saw them, Luke was having a hard time telling Madeline that he couldn't move to Colombia due to money issues. "We worked through it, and I decided to come back to the US to make some money for a wedding and for our future so I can move to Colombia," he told viewers. "But it's taking a lot longer than I expected." Luke met with her father to discuss the nuptials, who encouraged him not to go into debt over the ceremony. "I don't want you to go bankrupt trying to please her and create a wedding that you're not really ready for right now," he told Luke. Luke wanted to travel to Colombia to celebrate his and Madeline's 2-year anniversary, but changed his plans to charged Season 6, Episode 8 of 90 Day Diaries. Sophie Sierra's journey takes a pivotal turn as she navigates the aftermath of her tumultuous relationship with Rob Warren. This episode delves deep into Sophie's evolving self-awareness, her exploration of her sexuality, and the complexities of her past with Rob. A fractured relationship. Sophie's relationship with Rob has been fraught with challenges. From the onset, their connection was tested by cultural differences, trust issues, and conflicting life goals. Rob's past infidelities, particularly his online interactions with other women, have left deep scars on their relationship. Sophie discovered compromising videos on Rob's phone, leading her to move out of his house and seek her own space. Despite attempts at reconciliation, including couples counseling, the underlying issues remained unresolved. Rob's inability to fully comprehend the depth of Sophie's feelings and her need for trust and respect further strained their bond. As Sophie reflected on their time together, she realized that their relationship was built on shaky foundations, and the emotional toll was no longer sustainable. Embracing her sexuality. One of the most significant developments in this episode is Sophie's exploration of her bisexuality. After years of suppressing her feelings, Sophie came out to Rob, revealing her attraction to women. Rob's reaction was less than supportive, expressing confusion and discomfort. This lack of understanding and acceptance further highlighted the emotional divide between them. In the aftermath of their split, Sophie began to embrace her true self. She started to consider the possibility of dating women, a prospect that filled her with both excitement and apprehension. This journey of self-discovery was not just about exploring romantic possibilities, but also about reclaiming her identity and autonomy, rebuilding and moving forward. The episode also sheds light on Sophie's efforts to rebuild her life post-Rob. She focused on her personal growth, reconnecting with friends, and pursuing interests that had been sidelined during her relationship. This period of introspection allowed Sophie to understand her desires, boundaries, and the kind of partner she seeks in the future. While the scars of her past with Rob remain, Sophie is determined not to let them define her. She is learning to trust herself again and is open to the idea of love, whether it comes from a man or a woman. Her journey is a testament to resilience, self-empowerment, and the importance of living authentically. Looking ahead. As Sophie continues her journey of self-discovery and healing, viewers are left wondering what the future holds for her. Will she find love in unexpected places? Can she overcome the shadows of her past and build a fulfilling relationship? Only time will tell. In the meantime, 90 Day Diaries offers a poignant glimpse into the complexities of love, identity, and personal growth. Sophie's story serves as a reminder that the path to happiness is often winding and filled with challenges. But with courage and self-belief, it is possible to find one's way. Note, for more insights and updates on Sophie Sierra's journey, stay tuned to 90 Day Diaries and follow her on social media platforms.